Welcome back to my video. In the last video, which you can get from here, I typed Joanna. We came to a conclusion that you are an introverted, intuition, feeling and perceiving type.
Yeah, that's correct. And hi again.
I think it would be really interesting to have some INFP stereotypes and hear how do you relate to them and are they true?
Yeah, sure.
Number 1, are INFPs sensitive?
Well, personally, in my case, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do INFPs live in their own world?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Well, of course, I'm aware of the real world and I like to be, of course. Maybe the example I said in my last video about imagining fake scenarios. Yeah, of course, that's maybe a bit. And also I notice it doesn't happen always, but sometimes when I'm around people that talk a lot and they keep talking and I listen. But at some point I might lose myself in my own world and then I wake up, oh yeah, they're talking, maybe I should listen.
Does this happen often? Do you feel like there's a detachment? Is it so big difference between the real world and like your own world?
I don't say it's a big difference and I don't really know why I do it. I do it unconsciously. Well, if someone's talking, then I try to focus now a bit more, like don't go in your own world. Or if maybe I'm watching something that's not interesting and then I get lost in my own world, then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to go back and watch again. What did they say? But not all the time. Sometimes I'm actually in the place, like now I'm here.
It's kind of interesting though that it sounds like there's actually a big difference. Yeah, it sounds like you have to focus on being there.
Sometimes. And even in the Zumba, sometimes I get lost in my own world and I have to like snap, like, yeah, look, what are we doing? Okay,
number 3, all INFPs are good at writing.
Well, I don't know if I'm good at writing. Maybe I don't practice it much. And I guess I could be good like coming up with the ideas of writing. Of course, if we say I actually understand the topic I'm writing about, because sometimes at work I have to write about stuff that I actually don't know. So of course someone checks the writing, thankfully. But then maybe like coming up with the ideas and the way of saying words, yeah, because I know so many languages, maybe I'm not good at like spelling correctly sometimes, and sometimes I'm unsure, like, am I saying this correctly? Yeah. But that's my case.
I don't know, have you seen the movie Her?
No, I haven't.
It's about AI and there's this INFP man who is a writer. His job is to write love letters for other people. I think there's like a conception or like an idea that INFPs are good at writing romantic things. Do you think you would be good at that?
I think I could be good at that, but I haven't been in a situation where I get to write a lot of romantic things. But I did at one time try writing like a little bit like poetry. It didn't rhyme, but yeah, I think it was all right.
Number 4, INFPs can never make a decision.
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends. If it's something like I've known for a while that I want to have this experience or do this, then yeah. But usually if someone asks me like, what restaurant do you want to go? And I would rather hear where they want to go first, and then I will say, yeah, I want to go too. Or if I don't, then I will say like, yeah, I don't like that food or something. But yeah, I like when other people decide more. I like to decide sometimes, but mostly I like when other people make the decisions.
Do you have situations where you just stay somewhere because you just can't decide and then your time just flies?
Probably, but sometimes what I do is I try to, I don't remember how it's in English, that you know, the
okay.
Yeah,
I don't know how you say
how do you say that? Like,
so it's like lottery.
Yeah, like lottery. Yeah. And of course, if it's something not very serious, then I think like, let's try destiny decide.
Okay, so you would rather let destiny decide?
Yeah, than me, sometimes.
That's, oh wow. Number 5. all INFPs do is daydreaming.
Well, it's not all I do. I do it a lot maybe, but yeah, I try to.
How many hours a day?
Oh, that's very difficult because I do it every day. But
Okay, daily.
And then, I do other stuff too. Also.
Good to know.
Yeah, otherwise we would not survive.
Number 6, INFPs avoid conflict.
I would say yeah, a little bit, unless it's an extreme situation that you have to confront. But in general, yeah.
Yeah. Number 7, it's hard for an INFP to open up for others.
Yeah, I would say a little bit, yeah. For me, it's easier to open up when the other person has opened up first, or I have spent a lot of time with them, then I feel really comfortable and I know them.
So you have to know the person personally.
Yeah.
Is it easy to have relationships like that?
I think yeah. And when I think about my friendships also, they're like long friendships, mostly like we met elementary school.
Long relationships.
Yeah.
Next one. INFPs struggle with practical tasks.
Yeah, too much. That's a struggle. That's a real struggle.
That's a real struggle.
Yeah, like, putting up with the furniture or something. I try to ask help, but unfortunately, it's a struggle.
I love that. I try to ask help. Someone help, seriously.
Just please do it for me.
I love that. Next one. INFPs are hopeless romantics.
I think a little bit, yeah. At least in my case, and of course sometimes if we experience something like maybe not a good relationship and stuff, and then sometimes people go in that mode that I don't know what they say, love sucks or anything. But I think deep down everybody wants love, and at some point when you heal, you're gonna try again. Even if you get disappointed again, but still you're gonna try and again and again. Yeah.
Would you describe yourself as a romantic?
I think if I would be in a good relationship, I think there could be a little side of me of that. Maybe not immediately, like in the beginning of the relationship when you're still getting to know someone. Maybe when you've been together for a while and then you get to like know stuff about the other person, what they might like, and then you could surprise them with something. Yeah.
And next one. INFPs cry a lot.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I might have phases that I cry a lot, but sometimes if I'm doing maybe a bit better in life, I could go like a long time without crying.
What is long time?
I don't know, like a few months or something.
Okay, that's pretty long time.
Pretty long, yeah. But of course, every time you cry, it's not always like sad crying. Sometimes you can be just watch a movie and there's a touching event and you might get a tear or something. And it depends what you're going through. But yeah, I cry a lot easily. Actually, I've been told ever since I was a baby, I was a big crier as a baby.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Maybe INFP babies cry more than other babies.
Maybe.
Last stereotype. INFPs take everything personally.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think maybe it depends also like how mature you are. Maybe when you're younger, it might happen a bit more. But then when you get older, you learn to take criticism also. And you're not always right. For me, I think like the graphic design helped me. Like, of course, you get like criticism of your design, and then you learn to look at the design maybe from other eyes and not just your own. And that comes also in personal life when I studied the MBTI and like learn how other people think also. Yeah.
Okay. Now we can wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering for the stereotypes. The conclusion. Stereotypes are somewhat truthful.
Somewhat, yeah. Yeah.
Sounded like a lot of INFP stereotypes were correct, at least for you.
Were matching for me, yeah.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe this video for more similar videos. See you in the next video.
Thank you. Bye.